KLCA.
Ocala.
5 minutes after 9 o'clock, it is time for Jim George. He is here to talk to us about technology and gadgets. That's why we call him Professor Gadget. He's the owner of American Cable Services, and if you've been listening for a long time, you know that in the beginning we talked about cable exclusively, and then we realized, wait a minute, he's got information about the other cool things in our lives, like our gadgets. And so you're invited to be part of the show. It's as simple as making a phone call on that gadget that you call a phone. The number is 622-9622. Probably the most important gadget in our lives is that smartphone in our pocket, isn't it?
Isn't that something? That's why I did. I had to leave my smartphone in the car.
Come on, Jim.
It was smarter than I was. It wanted to ring all the time. So
Who knew back? I guess soon the word smart will be dropped, right? Because it'll just be a phone, right?
just a phone. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. It's like 3D being dropped. Although I think I sent you an article on 3D glasses.
Uh-huh.
Do you see that?
Yeah, I did, but no, it was a couple days ago, right?
Yeah, but you know, I don't even. Who wants to wear a virtual headset?
Oh, yeah.
I don't even like wearing these earmuffs that you have on. Think about having.
So remind me what it was. It's not for everyday use, right? It's for a game, right?
Well, it's for a game, but it's also for TV. What they're saying is since the TV 3D is basically dead, you can rent a 3D movie and you can plug it into your DVR and such, and then instead of having to watch it on TV, because it's right in front of your face, literally 3 to 4 inches away, it's round. You know, it's just like the Max, what they call it.
IMAX?
IMAX. It's totally, you know, you see it out the corner of your eye, the peripherals, the front vision, everything. And it's like you're in the movie.
I did this one time, a long time ago. You know where I did this? In Disney Quest. There was a game there. And if you're not playing the game and you're watching other people playing the game, this is what you see. You see two people holding their hands. Well, I think they were holding on to, it looked like a flashlight.
Yeah.
So you're holding onto a flashlight-looking device. And you're on this circle, and then the other person is on another circle, and the two of you are basically either fighting each other or fighting other things together
right.
as a team. I can't remember if you could pick which one you did. And so you see these two guys with these headsets on and these face things on, and they're just looking silly. Then I did it with my son. And when you do it, you look around and you're in a different world. You're in this crazy world where there's monsters coming at you, and my son was a soldier, and I don't know what I look like, but I bet I look better than I really did.
You guys look like you were having fun, but it was weird seeing them like that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The other
Oh, and then the flashlight becomes this big old lightsaber. So, yeah, in your hands, it looks like you have something more than you really have.
Yeah. When I was younger, I used to watch a couple of old people in my neighborhood walking, and they'd be talking to somebody, and there'd be nobody there. They would just be talking, you know. And then my dad would say, "Son, don't worry about them. You know, they're imagining. You know, it's okay to." Now you see everybody talking. They're not talking to anybody. They're not holding a cell phone up to their face or ear, because they're using that wireless thing, that bug that's in their ear.
Yeah.
And they're talking, and they're walking down the street, and they're saying, "Hi, how are you?" And I'm going, "Oh, hi, how are you?"
Oh,
no, I'm not speaking to you.
I did the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, crazy. So we're all certifiable. That's the bottom line. We're all going crazy.
We saw this video the other day of these young kids, teenagers, 15 or so, who had never seen an encyclopedia before. And they gave them a whole bunch of encyclopedias, A to Z, a big pile of books on the desk. And,
right.
and they in their day, they cost $2,000 for the entire Britannica or World Book or whatever it was called.
Yes.
And they were told to look things up. Well, they figured out how to look things up. They were smart kids. But the comment that was common was, it takes so long to look anything up. Like now you just ask your phone, you know, who won the World Series in 1967? Boom, it's right there.
Yeah, right there. So this 3D thing is, I mean, like, I guess you know this without me telling you. There are people that have theater rooms in their house. But, you know, there are people who actually have game rooms in their house.
Oh, yes.
They have a room, it could be the size of a large closet, but they go in there and they have all their games, you know, warriors of the universe or whatever these things are called, you know, and they
Warriors of the
fight
universe.
this stuff, you know,
Right.
and they spend hours in there, and they could be married and have children, and they're still
Yes,
Still
still
doing it,
go
yeah.
in that room.
exactly.
You have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
Yes, good morning, good morning. I just got back from my college reunion, and
How was the
there
train
are amazing
ride?
things going on at that campus.
How was the train ride?
Very good.
So what did you say on your campus?
Well, I'm alumnus of Clarkson College, which is now Clarkson University in Potsdam, New York, and these young men and women on that campus are going to change the world.
Really? In what way?
I mean, they're doing things as undergraduates that were only done by graduate students when I was there.
Oh, wow. So you were impressed.
You know, the science and engineering has progressed, you know, another level in the intervening years.
Yeah.
No, cool.
There's a few things I want them to change back if they can.
Well, good to hear from you, Jim. Thank you so much. Appreciate the call.
All right, have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, we were all jealous when we heard him on the train. Well,
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
anyway.
I
So
know.
cool.
I was anyway. So.
I don't know if you've ever taken a long train ride. but
Never.
It starts off very exciting. Now it can
And then
get
it gets boring?
Well, after day 3, you've seen enough hills and mountains and
Oh, okay,
cattle
okay.
farms and
So
sheep.
where did you go that you were 3 days?
I went from literally Florida to New York, but it was a mule train type of. You know, they stopped at every. These are the days when you stopped. Let's see, you got on at Ocala, West Palm Beach is where I was. You got West Palm Beach. You stopped at 4 places before you ever reached Ocala. Then you stopped over at Hawthorne. Then you stopped in Jacksonville. Then you stopped in some, you know. And you stopped. And these stops were not just to let passengers on and off. They could be to take cars off, add cars. They could be 30, 45 minutes. And they had sleeper cars, but the seats are pretty big in trains. So you can just lean back and relax. But after about the second day, I was ready to get off that train.
3 days. Wow, now it's 1 day. The
Yeah,
Amtrak
yeah.
to New York from Ocala is 1 day.
Yeah, they just 24 hours and zoop,
I think it's 3 days to LA though. So that's why I was wondering where you went.
yeah, no, just to the old days. I haven't ridden a train in a long time.
Can we
Okay.
get your signal if we subscribe to your cable service and we're taking a train out west? Are we able to get your signal on our laptop or something
As
and
long
watch
as you
your
have
channels?
4G or internet, yes.
Oh, okay.
In other words, if your cell phone will work, our box will work.
Are you
Oh.
are you on your own channel?
We are not on our own channel. We've talked about it, but we decided against it. Because we're not in the entertainment business as such. We're in the delivery business.
You could put this video on your show.
I could.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, there'd be 0 watchers. So,
Why?
well, you know, I wasn't always this handsome, so maybe. But I keep telling my wife, and every day and every way, I'm getting better and better. Yeah.
Well, that's probably true. It's
Yep,
probably
yep.
true. So there was a story that said that smartphone use can reveal if you are depressed. The more time you spend on your phone, the more likely you are suffering from depression. That's the bottom line. So what does that tell you? That tells you, well, you have to ask yourself the question, is the smartphone making you depressed? Or are you just depressed and this is your outlet?
You got to call somebody. You have
Yeah.
to Twitter or do something. Well, there are people who can't sit still 5 minutes, and the cell phone is a great relief for them. You've seen them. They're just playing with their cell phone. They're playing a game. They're
Right.
texting somebody. They're doing something.
Well, a week and a half ago, a tractor came through my yard because they were pulling something, and it cut my cable. And I had to wait till, when did they put it back together? Sunday?
Sunday.
So I went from Friday to Sunday without anything. I was totally without connection because I don't have regular TV.
Right.
So
Well, we get our customers in Ocala Palms. They'll call us and they'll say, you know, the internet is down, and we'll say, okay, we'll send somebody over there. We'll be there in about 30 minutes or maybe an hour. And the best part about a private cable system inside a development is they can respond quicker. But like my tree fell across my neighbor's yard and took the power out, and also took out the TV. Well, the power was there in like 30 minutes. The TV took 3 days for Cox to show up.
we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Sunshine mixed with clouds today. A thunderstorm or two in the afternoon and into the evening hours. The high 87 to 90. Partly cloudy later tonight with a low of 71 to 75. Partly sunny with a thunderstorm in the afternoon inland tomorrow. High of 86 to 90. Sunny to partly cloudy. Another afternoon thunderstorm or two on Sunday. High 88 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Come join New Mail Medical for their town hall at Golden Corral in the Villages on Wedgwood Lane, Tuesday, July 21st and Wednesday, July 22nd from 4 to 6 p.m. Join renowned expert Dr. Christopher Asandra and get your questions answered. He will be discussing the importance of hormonal replacements and common misconceptions for men and women, as well as the importance of sexual health and anti-aging. Now, dinner and refreshments will be provided for those in attendance, along with door raffles and giveaways. But seating is limited, so please call today to reserve your space at the Golden Corral in the Villages on Wedgwood Lane. Call today, 404-4779. That's 404-4779. One more time, 404-4779. And make plans to join New Mail Medical.
Robin, let's try a little plant trivia. Name this nursery. It's a not-for-profit, and it teaches growing and caring for plants to their students.
Oh, that's easy. Kenny's Place.
Or how about this one? It's a nursery conveniently located between Ocala and Bellevue.
Again, it's Kenny's Place.
Or how about this one? A nursery with a wide variety of just what you need or want at the most reasonable prices.
Kenny's Place, of course.
Kenny's Place at 7677 Southeast 41st Court. Give them a call at 867-1213. It's a caring place for people and plants. It's Kenny's Place.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
All right, 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Jim George is here. This is the segment that we like to call Professor Gadget. Actually, we call Jim Professor Gadget. And you're welcome to be part of the show. The number is 622-9622. And by the way, if you go on WOCA.com, you can watch Jim right now. He's streaming with his new slender physique.
Trying my heart
What are you
out.
doing? How long have you been doing it?
It's been about 2 months. I'm on the Atkins. I've only lost about 18 pounds in 2 months.
Wow.
I wish I could lose, quicker, but that's about
Now,
it.
what does that mean? I mean, I know what Atkins means. It's pretty much all meat, right? But how do you do that? Do you go get a hamburger and say, no bread, please?
Well, I've just been skipping the hamburger, but what I've been doing is getting like salads and things like that.
Well, that's
or
not
I've been going to Golden Corral Buffet. I keep going in there and say, "Do you have a frequent eater plan?"
Oh, there you go. They're
And I
pricey.
just go to the salad bar and fill up, or I go to Sonny's and
Oh,
go
that
to the
sounds
salad
good.
bar. I'm never hungry. It's not a question of being hungry. You eat more food than you've ever eaten in your life. It's just that you're eating low carb food.
The better. Do you allow yourself ice cream?
No, I haven't had. I'm not an. But there again, I'm not
You're
a
not an ice cream
sweet,
person?
and I'm not an.
Well,
ice
today is
cream
peach ice cream day, just so you know.
Well, maybe I might change. Yeah.
But you know what tomorrow is?
Oh.
Tomorrow is actually a techie aspect to this. It's National Selfie from an Observation Deck Day.
Selfie from an
Selfie. So you go find an observation deck and take a picture of yourself with the picture behind you, I guess.
So I guess the roof of the mall, would that be an observation?
That's not much of an observation deck now. Maybe the roof of the Hilton.
I tell you, speaking of observation desk, the listeners don't know it, but from your window, do you get a glance of the world or what?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
wonderful.
you see all walks of life. You see different birds and squirrels and metal horses out in the pasture here. And
do you climb the towers?
I do.
How high do you go?
I used to go a couple of 1,000 feet.
Couple of 1,000?
Wow.
But now I limit myself to just a couple of hundred.
Couple hundred. Wow.
Couple of thousand.
Now that would be an awesome
Wait
selfie.
a minute.
You
Wait,
could
wait.
do that tomorrow with your selfie stick.
The World Trade Center was 1,776. So what tower was a couple of thousand?
Channel 2 in Orlando.
Really?
Really?
2,200 feet, and they had to change the light bulb on top. But they paid me $850 to climb the tower. It took me all day. Because think about it, you can walk maybe a couple of miles. That's easy.
You're a half mile up.
But try to walk up.
It's a half mile.
Yeah.
Right? More than a half mile, right?
Yeah.
So you're going.
No.
So I go about 40 feet and catch my breath and stop. Then I go about 30 feet and catch my breath and stop. Then about 20 feet, and then after
What if
that,
you forgot a tool? How do you?
You got to carry it all with you.
But what if you forgot one? You say, "Hey, get that hot air balloon up here, the helium balloon."
Send the drone.
Do you know? I watched them change the bulb at WTMC back in the day, and that was a 200-foot tower, I think. 200 feet.
200 feet.
And the guy was up there, and he changed the light bulb, and he took the old light bulb out, which was about as big as my head.
Right.
Dropped it to the ground, and it did not break. Can you believe that?
No.
That was something.
You don't believe it, or you do believe it?
I would have thought it would be broken into 1,000 pieces.
Yeah. It hit the grass. There was no concrete there, but it hit the grass and just. That's how I know how big it was, because I picked it up. So look at the size of this thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to carry a backpack, and that's where the light bulb was inside the backpack.
How big was the bulb?
The bulb was probably the size of a large basketball. Almost a beach ball type thing.
Wow. And now, how long was that? Since LEDs or before LEDs?
No, it was way before. That was probably in the early 70s.
So now LEDs, if they're used, they probably don't burn out as often as
they don't burn out as often, and they're smaller and they're brighter. So they give off more light, and they last longer.
And so they're more effective, LEDs.
They are.
And
They are.
Emission.
So is an LED bulb, let's say for a tower, actually many LED bulbs? Because one is a little tiny thing, right?
Yes, it's a grouping.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a flashlight that I bought at the electrical wholesale house. Speaking of gadgets, I'll bring it in next week. And it's really, really bright. It costs $12. It holds 6 AAAs, but it's guaranteed for 5 hours. So you can leave it on for 5 hours, and it's got a magnetic head. So if I'm working, I just put it up against something that's metal and it sticks.
Right,
And then I can turn it the way I want it. And very bright, and then if I can turn that off and hit another button, it'll turn on a beam, so I can see where a long stretch of beam.
Wow!
And if I turn that off, it's a red light, and that red light will go almost 2 miles. So in the dark, you could shine like you see on a scope of a gun, and in the movies with a red light shining on a person.
Right.
That same type of apparatus. It's a very nice light for $12.
Wow!
Yeah, very nice light.
Huh?
That's wonderful.
Technology is coming our way. We've signed another deal with a company and to get more programming in. So we're at the last leg for turning the corner. Our manufacturer's in town this week. We've been talking to him about our boxes. He gave us 4 more boxes for testing that have electronic programming guide and those type of things in it. And so we're just about ready to put the head in together with all the satellite receivers and everything. So we're still looking late August, but for the beta testing, but you guys will probably see our box within the first week of September. So you can actually put it out here and watch TV from Israel, from China, from Turkey, from Greece, channels from all over the world.
Really?
And we have to plug in the internet to that box.
Actually, it's wireless. If you have a wireless connection here, just set it on the counter and plug the TV in.
Oh, wow.
So that's what they don't tell you. You can get all these wireless devices like AT&T, UVerse. Move the TV wherever you want to, no wires. Well, who plugs? You got to have a wire to plug the TV in.
Yeah, you certainly
So
do.
Right.
They mislead you like that. But ours is totally wireless. Now, it does need to be plugged in. There again, that's a fallacy. We got to plug our box into it. It needs electricity to operate.
Yeah, but that's okay. And then when we get your box, you'll give us a programming guide?
It's built in.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
you'll see
people
hundreds and
listen.
hundreds and hundreds of channels. And then the way it's going to work is you're going to go to the internet. You're going to open up an account for yourself. You're going to see all the channels there. And then you're going to choose the channel you want. And then the electronic programming guide that's built into the box will go away, and you'll just have the channels you chose.
And can we pay online?
You can. Everything's done online.
I pay for everything online except for my rent. Rent's the only thing, and the grocery store. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George. Are you there? Hello? You're on the air. Go ahead. Well, somebody's calling in, but they didn't say anything. They disappeared now.
Okay.
Wow, I can't believe you climbed those towers. That's scary stuff to me. Do you still do it, or is this...
I still do it. I swear each time it's my last. I just get tired too quick. I'm 7 years old. It's not easy to climb towers.
You must be
It
insured
really
by
isn't.
Lloyd's of London.
It just takes that out of you.
Oh, man.
And then once you're up there, like you said, you have.
Then you have this view.
Well, yeah, but towers move. Towers are made to move. So a guided tower, one that has guidelines on it, they'll move 3 foot. At 200 feet, they'll move 3 foot in all directions.
Oh.
So when you're up there, you're swaying 3 foot. That's 6 foot swing you can do.
Oh.
At 200 feet?
At 200 feet.
How much do they sway at 2,000 feet?
About the same. About the same, because that's the guidelines.
There's no way I would be doing this.
The guidelines have slack on them. I'll send you a video, if you haven't seen it, about a guy who climbs a 2,000-foot tower, and he has a camera, like a GoCam on his head.
Mm-hmm.
But when he gets up, what he does next is he actually climbs the antenna itself. So not just climbing the tower, but he climbs the antenna, and that's the most scary thing. That thing's about this around as this cup.
Have you ever seen? Do you know which building in New York City is the Citicorp Tower?
No.
Okay, the Citicorp Tower is the one in the skyline that has this like 45-degree angle to the roof, to the very top of it. Okay. Well, that building is on pedestals because the reason they did this is because there's a church down there. I think it's a Lutheran church that didn't want to give up their land, so they built over it. They built over it, and so because of the way this pedestal is set up, the building sways. In the upper floor of the building, there's this amazing counterweight system that is literally tons of concrete that gets shifted back and forth to counter the effects of whatever the wind might be doing at any given time. It's really fascinating and scary. I would think real scary.
Engineering marvel.
And probably a target for terrorists, I would think. If they knew about it, and if I know about it, then they know about it.
Yes, unbelievable.
Can't those lights be put on like a mini elevator, and then when it's time to change them, can't they just come down to the ground and then you hook up what you do and then send it back up there?
Well, this is we only change them once every 2 or 3 or sometimes 4 years.
Oh.
You'd have an expensive elevator sitting there waiting, and with the birds doing their business on it, and debris flying into the chain or whatever it would take, or a hydraulic system. Humans still got to do certain things.
And there's no way you could paint it with technology. You still have to climb up there and paint it.
Yep.
That's right.
The 850-foot tower I climbed back in the early 60s was, I had to paint that, and that was a job.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Did you take enough paint with you, or did you have to go back down and get more paint?
No, we staged the paint. So we went up 1 week and took up 5-gallon buckets, because it's international orange and white.
Right.
So you would take the international orange up, and then you take the white, and you'd stage them at the levels. And then you go up to the very top. You always paint, of course, from the top down. And then you wear you wear mittens. You don't even have a paintbrush. You stick your hand in the 5-gallon paint, and you rub it all over the tower. And then as you go around, you have the mitten. And of course, God help the guy below.
Yeah, with the drips and stuff.
Unbelievable.
Why is there a guy below?
Well, like he might be painting the north side of the tower, and I might be painting the south side of the tower, and so he's lower than me. He's painting, let's say, orange. I'm painting white.
Oh.
And then when I go around the other side, and so we.
So you climb down over his wet paint.
Well, it dries fairly quick, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. My goodness.
Yeah, technology hasn't changed certain things.
Well, Jim, we are at the end.
Time is flying.
So ultimately, what you do literally is something we're looking forward to. So can't wait for that box.
I can't wait for it either. I want you to see it.
All right, American Cable Services. What's the phone number over there?
854-9795.
We'll take a little break. Thank you, Jim. This is WOCA Ocala.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Flags flying at half-staff in front of a lot of Tennessee businesses this morning after deadly shootings.
We're being told that 24-year-old Mohammed Yusuf Abdulaziz was killed by police officers after he killed 4 Marines and injured 3 others with multiple weapons, dozens of shots, and in 2 separate shootings.